I never thought meeting someone online could completely turn my life upside down. It all started last year on a random weekend when I joined a local dating app, mostly out of boredom. That's when I came across her, call her Zara. Her profile was minimal, just a few photos and a tagline that said, "Life is complicated but worth it." Something about her drew me in, though I couldn't explain why. We started chatting. Hours turned into days, and soon we were talking every night. She was mysterious, funny, and had this way of making me feel like the only person in the world that mattered. After a few weeks, we decided to meet in person. Our first date was surreal. She wore a dark green dress, had a soft smile, and carried herself with a confidence that made me nervous and excited all at once. We walked through the park, laughed, shared stories, but she avoided talking about her past. At first, I thought it was normal. Everyone has secrets, but something about her hesitation felt heavier. 2 months in, our relationship had grown intense. But one evening, while I was getting ready for dinner at her place, she blurted out something that stopped me cold. "I have to tell you something, but you have to promise you won't tell anyone." I nodded, my heart thudding. "I'm in witness protection," she whispered, looking over her shoulder like someone might be listening. "I can't tell you my real name or anything about my past, ever." I laughed nervously. "Wait, what? Witness protection, like in the movies?" "Yes," she said, dead serious. "It's not a joke, my life depends on it." I froze. Part of me wanted to think she was joking. The other part, the one that had fallen in love with her, wanted to believe her. But the real problem wasn't whether she was lying. It was that I suddenly had no idea who I was dating. Over the next few weeks, things got stranger. She refused to answer basic questions about her family, her childhood, even her favorite food. She was always on edge, constantly checking her phone and sometimes disappearing for hours without explanation. But then, just as suddenly, she'd be back with that same smile, acting like everything was normal. One night, curiosity got the better of me. I followed her. I shouldn't have. Looking back, it was a terrible idea, but I needed answers. I trailed her to a small cafe downtown. She sat at a corner table, whispering urgently into her phone. What I overheard made my blood run cold. "Yes, he's asking too many questions. Keep him away. No mistakes this time." My mind raced. Was she really in danger? Was I in danger? I didn't know, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. That night, I confronted her. "Zara, what's going on? Who are you talking to?" She looked at me with those wide, terrified eyes. "I told you I can't tell you, but you have to trust me. If you don't, I can't be with you." Trust me, that phrase haunted me. It was either the start of the most thrilling relationship of my life, or the beginning of something I might never escape. Days passed, and I tried to respect her boundaries. But the tension between wanting to know the truth and wanting to protect her became unbearable. Then one evening, everything changed. I came home from work to find her apartment empty. Her keys, her coat, even her phone were gone. I panicked and called her over and over, but there was no answer. I was about to call the police when a note slid under my door. "I'm sorry, I can't stay. I hope you understand. Z." My heart sank. I didn't understand. I felt helpless. But then, a week later, I received an anonymous email. The subject line simply read, "If you want the truth, meet me tonight." I hesitated, terrified it was a trap, but curiosity and maybe love won. I went to the abandoned warehouse marked in the email. Inside, she was waiting, her face pale and anxious. "You shouldn't have come," she said softly. "I need answers," I demanded. "Please, Zara, I need to know the truth." She looked at me, took a deep breath, and finally spoke. "Okay, but this changes everything." Then she told me everything. Not just the witness protection part, though that was true, but the reason behind it. Years ago, she had been a whistleblower in a massive criminal case. Her testimony had put powerful people in prison. The threats were real. Her real name was Zara, and anyone who knew her identity could be in danger. "But why me?" I whispered. "Because I trust you," she said, tears forming. "You're the first person I've ever trusted, and now you need to help me disappear or they'll find me." It was insane. The love of my life wasn't just hiding a past, She was living a life I couldn't even imagine. Yet in that moment, I realized that none of it mattered. I wanted to be with her, no matter the risk. The next weeks were a blur. We moved constantly, changed identities, and learned to communicate in coded messages. The adrenaline, the danger, the uncertainty, it bonded us in a way normal relationships never could. Months later, after narrowly escaping a few close calls, she turned to me one evening. "I could have left you," she admitted. "I could have disappeared and you'd never know, but I couldn't. You're my anchor in all this chaos." I smiled, holding her hand. "And you're mine. No matter what name you go by, no matter what past you have, I'm here." For the first time in months, she smiled without fear. In a world full of secrets, lies, and danger, we had found something real: trust, love, and the knowledge that some bonds are unbreakable, even when the past tries to tear them apart. But just as I thought we were safe, my phone buzzed. A new message appeared. "They know where you are." And just like that, our story wasn't over. It had only just begun.